This is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida. We just escaped the hurricane. Yay us. So sorry for the rest of Florida. This is my 12-inch by 16-inch stretched canvas, and that is a dish that I'm going to use to put some abalone from Colourarte, which is a Prizm pour, to the bottom of to help mix my other colors with. Boy, that's pretty. So I want to make a pink sky, and I'm going to use some plum blossom, and I believe that that's a primary element, but I'm not sure. You'll have to check. And I'm going to just mix my colors up. This is a marooned, and it is from the Deserted Island collection. I'm going to guess it's not from the tropical waters, but it could be. Now I know that they're going to mix, but I prefer to have them mix in the plate and on the canvas. This is called Blue Ice. This is from the Frosted Sorbets collection, and so is the Plum Blossom. I don't know. I'm just learning how to do this in the dish to mix my colors. I don't know how much I want to mix them at all, but I definitely want to use. Here's some Hydrangea, which was a primary element, mixed with Mother of Pearl. And it's not, I can't take the big top off, so. And those are pretty. I think I'm going to indulge myself in a little bit of pink diamond Prizm pour, which is definitely not coming out well at all. I'm wondering if I have another bottle somewhere. Maybe I will just take the top off, which evidently needs to have the threads cleaned out so badly I can see them. Look at that. That's threads that need to be cleaned out. You should check your threads. It's been a while, evidently. I'm going to quick like a bunny pull that out of there. Or try and be quick like a bunny. I don't want to put that top back on with things hanging down. So now I've schmutzed up my tweezers. But they are handy for cleaning out the top of things. And they are on my Amazon link, and they are stainless steel, very pointy. So let's go back to doing that again. I thought about doing balloon roll clouds in the sky, and I suppose I could, but we'll have to see what it looks like before I make that decision. I'm going to throw in a little bit of carnation, pink carnation. It's a much redder orange pink. And then I have, last but not least, some frosted berry, which I basically meant to use underneath and didn't. And I suspect that this is mostly a base layer. And I don't know about spinning. I'm planning on doing the bottom in a bloom style so that I can get some cells. This is Artist Loft with Floetrol and GAC 800. And I want just enough to make a layer to smooth my paint onto, and not enough to affect the opacity. What is the word? How would you say that? I don't know how to say that word. That's amazing. That's unusual. So I'm just going to keep going down as far as that'll take me. And it will help thin out what I've got in the dish, which I'm probably going to just scoop up and use the spatula to spread. Let some of that go right over. That's very loose. I'm surprised at how loose it is. But it's nothing more than a facilitatory layer anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But it does matter to me to take off my excess and make sure there's nothing on my spatula, which there seems to be. I'm going to wipe that spatula off and make sure there's nothing on there. And I just figured out that my rag wasn't wet, which always helps get the paint off. Now, here goes nothing, I think. I try and do this different every time, honestly. And it'd be pretty cool if I could just lay it down. I'm not sure that's the way that's going to work. Let me have a look at it from the other side. I see something in there that I just realized does not belong. And I suppose if you used a deeper layer of the Artist Loft, you might be able to tip it. But I've sort of accomplished my sky without going through all the motions that I expected to go through, so maybe I will try and cheat and let this be my sky. I do have that balloon handy though. And I do want a little bit of this color over the side. Now the white layer on the bottom means if I even put too much pressure at all on my spatula, I'll just dig right down to that white color, which might make great clouds. And maybe we should find out once while it's still really wet. What happens. I'm not overly thrilled with that, but I'm also not practiced. So I'm just going to go back to my regular plan. Put the rest of that paint on my spatula. Add it to the canvas. See that thing in there again that does not belong. Pick up my color over the side. I need to change up the direction that things are going so it looks like a slightly more natural sky. I've seen straight across stripes, but it's not generally what I would expect. Dredging up a little white from the base looks more like clouds than the balloon did. I don't mind if I get some purpliness. Another not word. Purpliness. I should probably just pull that right down into the bottom, whatever I've got left. Because otherwise it's a waste anyway. It'll look like reflections on a body of water at this rate. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I have moisture on my fingers and I'm afraid if I hold my spatula wrong I'm going to drop it. I thought I liked that up here where I'm spatulaing now, but kind of changed my mind. If you vary the pressure, you're going to get different marks from different parts of the blade. And I have to stop myself right soon, or it's all going to be just purple. And I don't want that eye in the sky. So at least now it's going to be a cloud. I can bounce the spatula off and make some nice clouds that way, as I recall. Just bounce and pull. Yeah, I like that a lot, actually. Blow that right over the edge. Use my residuals up at the top. I don't have too much canvas showing, which is cool, because there's almost always some canvas showing at the edges, which requires potentially requires frames. Let's do that upside down and see how that works. Alright, let's take that last area that looked like an eye for a minute. See how I like it as a cloud? I like the clouds. Looks like a very gentle, peaceful sky. So now, if I want to do the bloom base, and I really don't mind having any of that pink at the bottom. I don't think any of it will show. At all. Throw this dish in the bucket. And the spatula. Yes, am I ready to get rid of that? I guess. Take my extra paint that's on my silicone mat. I feel like I'm taking too long, but I always feel like I'm taking too long. That's going in the bucket. Take it away from me. Okay, so now I'm going to use some Sherwin Williams, whichever brand it is, eggshell. Cheapest stuff I could get was $40 a gallon. And I'm going to do something I was practicing recently. Put little lumps of color down. And I don't think spinning will affect the top, no matter what I do. And I don't know how this is going to work because I haven't done it before. So, I think I'm going to start by taking that away. That's the Artist Loft, and it's gone now. And I'm going to use some of the gold. I wish I had a green, I really do, but I have the Fandango ready and going. So here's my Pebeo iridescent precious gold. And here is some green tea, which is a primary element. And some Fandango. And I think, because it's right here and taunting me, I'm going to use some of this deep amethyst mixture, which is another Prizm pour. And I'm sort of depending on that first ingredient, that Pebeo, to be of assistance if I want to make cells. But I'm not sure what I'm going to do, other than make sure that I have those particular colors at the horizon line. And maybe spread some right over the edge. I really don't care if I sell or not, but I really do need to figure out what's going on, so if I try and spin, hopefully it'll go that way. I don't know if I can count on that or not. I am going to start, brazenly enough, with some dioxazine purple. It's a Hobby Lobby brand. I have other size palette knives and they're all racing through my head. And here's some more of that precious iridescent Pebeo. I have some triple sec Prizm pour from the recent, I think this is a Tropical Waters or Deserted Island, I don't know which, honestly. But there's the triple sec. And I think I'm going to indulge myself in a little bit of another color from the set, which is Sea Monster. And I still have room on my palette knife before I start to drip. And it doesn't matter if I do drip. And I'll hit it with the Fandango last. There's almost always excess cell activator, so I'm sort of counting on that to be there, to be present. And I suppose I should have left the white puddles in the background because that would have looked like reflections on something wet. Now this kind of looks like an ocean. I think what I'm going to do is snag some of the Atelier. No, I don't want that. I want the Atelier Deep Phalo Turquoise. And the Fandango. I still wonder if I should be using the black or the white because it usually disappears anyway. I've got 3 minutes left to tell you guys whatever I'm going to tell you, and this is a super simple scape, which is what I had in mind to begin with, because I need to start somewhere as far as practice goes. And I kind of want to drag something right across the top, make sure I don't have any gaps there, but I don't think it makes that much difference right now. I'm going to need something to cover the bottom. I'm going to think of that as white sand dunes as opposed to snow. I'm not ready for snow. Not that I'm going to have any in Florida, but it does look like I have made some water with that Phalo turquoise, which is Atelier if I didn't say. So I should show you guys. Super, super simple. Okay, maybe not that simple, but fun to play with. And thank you for being here. And I have 2,700 videos on playlists, all playlists, creative playlists. And I will be scraping up anything I've got and looking for a place to put it on my edges. And that's kind of sweet. That's bugging me, that little line. I really do think it would have been okay to leave some of the pink showing through. But there kind of is. Not really, but kind of. I don't know if we're going to have we have a pretty sky. It's really simple, and it's the rule of thirds. We're doing 2/3 and 1/3, or nearly. I'm not much about the rules. I grew up with artists, but I'm basically untrained. I kind of willful, do what I want. I love you guys. Please give me a thumbs up. Thank you for sharing and liking my videos, and your comments keep my morale boosted. Your donations help keep me painting and buying art supplies for the studio, whether it be a $9.99 a month membership to join my channel, and you get access to over 60 videos that no one else gets to see except for members, or your donations through PayPal. I just really appreciate you guys. Thank you for helping me. I love how my sky turned out. I do see one little thing that I want to change, and I wonder if blowing, it looks like a bug landed, in all seriousness. And I think it was a gnat or something when we had the doors open yesterday from the hurricane. Not a hurricane, but the temperature dropped and it was nice to get some fresh air in the house for once. Okay, I'll be looking for bubbles. I'll probably be torching the sky. I won't be torching the land. I'll look for bubbles some other way. And I know I could do a whole lot more to be fancy with the bottom, but I think I got what I wanted. The effect is good. And I've got to get going before my paint starts to dry. And shop my Amazon link. It's on the link tree. And don't forget there's a 20% off Colourarte coupon code and the link to the Colourarte website right under the video. I am an affiliate. You do help me by doing so, the same as you help me if you shop my Amazon link. It's at no added cost to you, and it helps me out both places. My Amazon link will show you my 2 books, Because I Can and Unlimited Possibilities. They're volumes 1 and 2 of the first and the second 100 videos I made for YouTube. If you're looking for merchandise for Christmas, I can help. Under the video is spring clothing. On the link tree is Society 6 and Legalist. And anything that you find that you'd like to have made but it's not there, just ask me through my email address. Is easpbgallery, and the word gallery spelled at gmail.com. I do sell my art, and I do give lessons. Just use that email address. Look for my paint pouring recipes underneath the video, and on the link tree, Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter links, Facebook group Expressionist, Fluid Art Studio Appreciation Group, and I can't think of anything else right now. I'm sure there are things I'm not remembering, but I love you guys. Thank you for inspiring the heck out of me. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. Bye for now. Priscilla out.